Hey everybody, this is actually take number 5, but you guys didn't see the first 4 because I deleted them as soon as I fucked them up. My name is Old School Nerd, this is Chelsea Maybe, and already we're getting off to a great start. It's Sunday, it's time for episode 6, House of the Dragon. This is where we say things that we don't mean about stuff that we know nothing about because that's what half of you want to see. In the television and film reaction system, specialized units are formed to break down more complex reactions for videos. However, let's be honest, she's only here to point out everything he does wrong. That is the most truthful thing of the entire video, just calling it out.
So terrible, though.
5 episodes in, some of our reactions you guys love. Some of them you hate. And that's okay, because it doesn't matter. It's not a real thing. It's just a TV show. Now, if you came here thinking, ooh, you guys got this one out quick. You must be one of those reaction channels that gets the inside scoop and knows about every Easter egg and has read all the books at least 5 times. This week, we haven't read any of the books. We barely saw Game of Thrones. Most of the time, we would get halfway through a Game of Thrones episode and then start having sex. Don't tell my kids.
He's not lying.
Don't tell my kids. But we are here. We don't do that for these because the camera's on. That would be a total violation of YouTube's terms of service. At least we think so. But
we might get more views.
We will no. We'll get banned, no extra views, probably lose some subscribers. Oh, but seriously. No, seriously. This is not the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon reaction where we know everything about the storyline. We're the two that are just having fun with it, making jokes. We're going to get everything wrong. So if you really want to waste your time, your valuable time on a Monday, typing out things that we get wrong, we didn't read the books. What makes you think we're going to read your shit? I'm kidding. Let's just go.
You're going to be there a while.
Yeah, you go. Your comment will just float in the ether. Like Daemon Targaryen in the last 10 years. Let's go. Boom. All right. Oh, look. It's the intro screen we can't see. Not the first time I've heard heavy breathing on this show.
Oh.
And push.
It made my dick hurt.
I could hear a squish. Was that just me?
Okay, gotta hand it to HBO. They're making this as just as realistic as a Rammstein video. Those of you who watch Old School Nerd, my regular music reaction channel, get that joke. By the way, obvious actress change.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. 10 years, can't use the same girl.
I mean, we're assuming that's her, though, right?
Well, all I know is if Prince Philip shows up and tries to bang her, I'm not going to have as many problems with it this time. I mean, not right now. She's busy.
She's occupado.
She's occupied in multiple ways. Squishy, apparently very loud enough to be picked up on the studio mic ways.
And again.
No, not again. She can't. Oh, thank God.
Boy, princess.
Princess, the Queen has requested that the child be brought to her immediately.
Because she's going to feed them to the dragons because she needs her son to be king. That's a little dark, but based upon this show, is it?
And our girl right here is like, oh, she wants me to bring him? Then I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, I'm going to drag this placenta behind me like a Mardi Gras float.
Throw me something, mister.
Throw some shade. She gonna get up
I'll
too.
take it myself. You should remain in bed, princess. Yes, I should. Help me dress.
We already knew she was a badass, but holy crap.
It's coming. The afterbirth.
A boy. I've just heard.
Yes.
Well done. Where are you going?
She wants to see him.
Now? I'm coming with you.
I should hope so.
My best friend has become quite the thundercunt.
Just take my arm at the least. Was it terribly painful?
I don't know. You try.
Oh, God.
I took a lance through the shoulder once.
My deepest sympathies.
Not the same, bro.
And also not the
I'm
time.
glad I'm not a woman.
Me
Better.
too.
Better.
I thought we were past this.
Dude, this is season 1. You ain't past
It's a
shit.
privilege to be amongst the first to congratulate you.
Go fuck yourself.
As well.
If I may be of any
You
service.
could shut the fuck
The
up.
day may yet come, my lord.
Rhaenyra, you should be resting after your labours.
I have no doubt that you would prefer that, Your Grace.
You must sit.
What happy news this morning.
Indeed, Your Grace.
Where is he? Where is my grandson?
2 things.
Okay.
How is he still alive? And don't tell me leeches.
He's not alive during Leeches, but here's the thing. They've recast everybody but him. Even the Queen is a new actress, which, by the way, spot on casting. 100% Westerosi Karen.
Thing number 2.
Oh, there's 2.
Speaking of recasting people, they just cut his whole hand off so they didn't have to recast that. Jesus. I would have thought more of him would be missing by now.
He's got wasting disease. Give it a rest. Hey, medical improvements. The Maesters, they're Mr.
The Maesters know nothing.
They're learning things like how not to help people live. It's cool.
I'm angry.
Of course you are. Kid shits on him. Loses other arm.
A fine prince.
Does the babe have a name yet?
We haven't spoken.
Joffrey. He'll be called Joffrey.
It's an unusual name
Classic.
for a Valerian.
I do believe he has his father's nose. Don't you? I do hope the labor was easy.
Easier than your arm,
the
bro.
midwife a cunt.
Oh.
Wow. Not the first mom or mom-to-be to call the maternity nurse a cunt. Not even on this show. Won't be the last.
Okay, but somebody needs to let that other dude go because he's got an F1 race to lose.
That was a Lewis Hamilton joke. And people say we're not cultured.
Sooner or later, you may get one who looks like you.
Doubtful.
Well, I haven't consummated the marriage yet, Your Highness, so eat a dick.
Think to consult me before you name my child.
He's our child, is he not?
No and no. So apparently this has been going on for 10 years. How many kids do they have? Because it's like eventually you'll get one, like, are there like 4 kids, 5 kids, couple, at least 2 now.
I'm just saying, she said keep trying. I think he's putting it in the wrong hole.
I think he's putting it in the wrong hole and the wrong person. Not that there's anything wrong with him doing it, but if...
No, not at all.
But what I'm saying
if those
is...
are the, after effects he's looking for.
They actually made a pact.
Barking up
Remember
the wrong
they
tree.
said, when we do our duty, then we'll go play. If every child they've had in 10 years doesn't look like him, her favorite song is WAP.
I got some bad news for you.
I got bad news. Oh, recast. Ooh.
Mother!
We're just playing with Dad.
That's the recast?
Yep. Ruined that shit for you.
So much.
Yeah. That's what happens when you father 1, 2, and 3 children to a woman upon which you are not married, who just happens to be the crown princess.
I'm disappointed.
Based upon the names you speak at night when we're asleep, I'm not.
Rude.
but true.
We chose an egg for the baby.
Sir Harwin wishes to be introduced to Joffrey.
Oh, so Sir Harwin. So it's not the guy.
So no.
Doesn't mean he's not the dad.
See.
He is the dad.
Joffrey. What a
You
shit name.
are the father.
This'll be fun.
I saw this once on Jurassic Park. It didn't work out well.
Nothing worked out well, to be fair.
Chris Pratt was pretty good. Everybody else, not so
Oh, you were
much.
paying more attention to Chris Pratt?
Every time.
Oh.
He's delectable. This is bad.
Bad.
Dracarys Vermax.
Aemond, we have a surprise for you. You're the only one of us without a dragon.
Indeed.
And we felt badly about it.
Douchebaggery.
Behold, the pink dread.
Now, I'm assuming that he's the second son of the king. Like you have
Yeah, that's what I was
Aegon, and then he would be the younger son of the king, who's still not in line for the throne, and he doesn't get his own dragon.
Harry, William.
No.
Yeah.
I like William way more than I like Aegon. But still, even as a prince, he should get his own dragon. I wonder why he didn't get one. And I know someone's going to tell me, well, the reason why he doesn't have one is blah, 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 blah. I won't read that comment. Just letting you know now. When I say I wonder why, it's
rhetorical.
It's rhetorical.
I have raised this matter before, and you forbade me to speak of it, so I held my tongue. To have one child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
Nature is a thing of mysterious works.
Damn you, stupid! But also, classic a-hole mom trope where it couldn't have been her kids, even though we all know it was Aegon that did it, because he's the biggest douchebag of them all, because he's not the heir to the throne, but he's the eldest child, and he's acting like a douche canoe.
I like that word.
Yeah, came up with that.
Nobody likes a douche canoe.
No. Especially not a walking vag like that guy. Anyway.
The consequences of an allegation like the one you toyed would be dire.
She just wants what's best for her son. Nobody else.
Do not speak of this again.
Or I will kill you with my one good hand.
Have I lost my sanity, Sir Kristen?
Yes.
Do my senses lead me astray, or is everyone else asleep, dreaming the same woolly dream?
Sometimes.
That's what I thought. Because when they walked up and she was like blood trailing with the baby, he was waiting at the door to open the door for the queen.
Yeah.
So when you said, I was just confused.
Yeah, it's okay. So,
I thought I remembered.
Sir Kristen is no longer her bang buddy.
Of course
Apparently
not.
he's now the devoted servant of the queen who obviously saved his ass 10 years ago. But the princess is hooking up with King's Guard captain, whatever that guy is, because it's obvious. Come on. I'm an idiot. But even I saw that.
She flaunts the privilege of her inheritance without shame. She expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes can all plainly see. And the king, her father.
He knows.
Of course he knows.
Okay, so the reason why she's giggling and the House of the Dragon logo is up right now.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's
nope. It's
Spank Man.
that.
Okay, so right now...
Are these normal, or am I going to like...
Oh, no, those are Birdie Bots every flavor beans.
Okay.
Don't eat those.
Good. That's all I needed to know.
Back to the situation. So right now, Prince Aegon is standing in a high window at the top of the Red Keep, and he's watching an episode of The Little Rascals.
Is he?
You would think that his favorite Little Rascal is alfalfa. But we see now it's Spanky.
Whose idea was it?
Nice, Mom. Way to catch your boy. Sorry, Mom. I was spooging on the peasant folk.
Edmund is your brother.
Oh, he's a twat.
We are family. You may carve him about as you wish at home, but in the world, we must defend our own.
It was funny.
Rhaenyra will ascend the throne, and Jacaerys Targaryen will be her heir.
So?
Oh, you are nearly a man grown. How is it that you can be so short-sighted?
Do you understand how lucky you are to be on this show, stand in a fucking window, and not fall forward?
It's gonna happen to your ancestors later, like in years beyond. Actually, not even your family.
You'll get the joke from the grave. Go.
She can move to cut off any challenge to her succession.
Then I want...
You are the challenge! You are the challenge, Aegon! Simply by living and breathing!
You are the twat, Aegon!
It's the look in his face. Like, what do you mean? I am going back literally to every Bert Kreischer special.
It's killing me.
Where Leanne says, Bert, how could you? And he's like, what do you mean? It's exactly what this is. Except this guy has hair. Sorry, Bert.
Is that one day you will be our king?
You'd hope not, but I think so.
Fuck.
Get dressed.
Stop spooging on the common folk.
At the very least.
We recognize the dragon. Oh shit. So you did notice that her dragon was like obviously like older.
It looked like, yeah.
It kind of had wrinkles and shit. But it was also huge. Like a fucking tank.
I've got to say, of the two shows put on for the common folk in the last 5 minutes.
I don't get any giant.
So they've been on the run this whole time?
I guess they just travel? I don't know.
Well, they don't have a home. I mean, he's got the veil though.
Yeah.
But he won't go there. They all hate him.
They are using us.
It's refreshing, isn't it? A simple transaction. We have dragons, they have gold.
I want my child to be born where I was born, on Driftmark, in my Lord Father's castle. I want my daughters to be raised in their homeland with their family. And at my end, I want to die a dragon rider's death. Not that of some fat country lord.
Who's going to tell her that's not really what she signed up for?
Oh, rhetorical.
You! Close with him. Press him backward. Feet! Don't let him get up. Stay on the attack. Enough! You dare put hands on me! They're gone. You forget yourself, Strong. That is the prince.
This is what you teach, Cole.
Your interest in the princeling's training is quite unusual, Commander. Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a cousin or a son.
Remember that one time when you beat that dude's face in? That's what that felt like.
Princess?
No.
There's been an incident in the yard.
Shame on the whole of House Strong.
Because I laid my hands on that insufferable coal.
You have laid us open to accusations of an uglier treachery.
And what treachery is that?
Don't play the fool with me, boy. Your intimacy with the Princess Rhaenyra is an offense that would mean exile and death. People have eyes, boy. Yet His Grace the King, it seems, will not accept what his eyes. This flimsy shield alone stands between you and the headsman.
It's been 8 years, sweetling. Half of them never do, you know. What? Hatch.
So now I know what's going on. In the original Game of Thrones series, they said that the dragons died off.
Right.
The eggs stopped hatching, and maybe that's why Aegon's little brother, his egg never hatched. That's why he didn't have a dragon. They're all given dragon eggs, but not all of them hatch, so...
So it's an Encanto situation.
Yes! It is Shit! Look, Disney doesn't have the best track record of the last, I don't know, few years with their storytelling, but Encanto was an awesome movie, and now
10 out of 10.
Stealing that shit.
Hey, we don't talk about Bruno.
Apparently we're not going to talk about the eggs not hatching either.
Nope.
There is more than one way to bind yourself to a dragon. I was without one until I was 15 years old, and now I ride a Vhagar, the largest in the world.
An adult dragon chose her.
You have a harder road.
Oh shit! I just caught that. Did you catch that?
No.
Okay, do you remember when she was 12? And she was talking to the king because they tried to do the matchmaking thing?
Yeah.
And she said, didn't you ride Baelor before he died? And they were like, yeah. And then she tells him when she was 12, I hear that Vhagar still roams alone in the narrow sea without a rider. The oldest of all the dragons. He's like, it could be so. And she goes, this is my dream to ride Vhagar. And he goes, it may one day happen. And Vhagar found her. She has the oldest, biggest bitch in the world.
I'm glad Vhagar found her and not the king.
She's got the Aretha Franklin of dragons.
Sure.
Queen of Fire Soul.
Let's roll with it.
Good. Baela's dragon was born to her. But if you wish to be a rider, you must claim that right.
Kill your sister and take her dragon.
The same.
Would you give our girls that advice? Kill your sister, take her dragon.
Again, not real life.
She is so pretty, though.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh my god.
And I really think it's cool how Prince Philip is doing his best impersonation of episode 2 of season 2 of The Crown, where after he gets busted for being a douchebag on his world tour, and he gets busted in Lisbon by the Queen, he kind of settles down and becomes like a dad. Caught that, huh? Never read a book! I've seen all the Netflix shit.
Rhaenyra has delivered another son.
Does your brother mention if this one also bears a marked but entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the City Watch?
Facts.
Let us be finished.
Yes.
Wait. I wish to speak. I have felt the strife between our families of late, my queen. And for any offense given by mine, I apologize. But we are one house. And long before that, we were friends. My son, Jacaerys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena. Ally ourselves. Once and for all. Let them rule together.
A most judicious proposition.
Additionally, if Cyrax brings forth another clutch of eggs, your son, Aemond, will have his choice of them. A symbol of our goodwill.
Rhaenyra.
Oh, 7
So?
hours.
My dear, a dragon's egg is a handsome gift.
The king and I thank you for your offer, and we will consider it duly. You must rest now, husband.
Yes.
Not for nothing. King looks like he's been trying to fight the fires at Chernobyl for most of the miniseries previously showed on HBO. So it's not looking great. And
it wasn't looking great last episode.
And there's no way in hell she's giving away her daughter to one of... Yeah. And Princess Rhaenyra makes a lot of stupid mistakes. Like banging the captain of the Knight's Guard. But at the same time, like, the offer did put the queen in a position where either she was going to accept, or in this case, look like a raging, asshole.
More so than usual?
But evident for everyone to see in public.
Also, not fair. Not fair. Let her leak. That's what happens.
Yeah, but this isn't 2022.
I don't care.
This isn't even Game of Thrones.
This isn't even real.
It's not real leakage.
She is sincere.
She is desperate. She feels the earth washing away beneath her feet, and now she expects us to ignore her transgressions and for me to marry my only daughter to one of her plain-featured sons.
Let us put aside these childish quarrels. Join hands and be stronger for it.
You may do as you wish, husband, when I am cold in my grave.
Alice.
Your Grace, I feel. I have come to resign my position as Hand of the King. The episode in the yard this morning, my son Harwin has disgraced himself.
Younger Harwin's outburst was unfortunate, it's true. But he's been expelled from the City Watch. That seems punishment enough.
Forgive me, Your Grace, it is not. But there is a shadow over my house, and it grows ever darker. I can no longer serve you with integrity.
What is this shadow? Name it if it casts such a gloom.
Yes. We must have your reasoning in plain language.
Straight up, she needs the Hand of the King gone. Because as long as he's there, she can't manipulate the king too much. If he leaves, she will tell her husband not to have a new hand or make Aegon, the blithering idiot, the hand, and then she literally controls the kingdom. Do not expect that if the Hand of the King actually leaves, she will not weekend at Bernie the king for years. With strings and the whole 9 yards. I mean, I would, and I'm not even that bad.
I cannot.
Then I cannot accept this.
My dear husband.
I said no.
If you insist, my king.
I do. You will continue in your service to the crown.
I would then ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal.
Where she will have Sir Criston Cole kill them both.
And will be Lord of Harren's castle one day. It is time he assumed his duties there.
Do it.
They're gonna die.
Lord Lionel is to escort Sir Harwin back to Harrenhal to watch over his seat whilst he continues to serve as Hand.
Done.
He wouldn't hesitate to speak the truth to the king if Otto Hightower was still at hand.
You cannot say, my queen, that your father would be impartial in this matter.
No, but he would be partial to me.
Oh, not justice, disadvantage.
Ding, ding, ding.
In all of King's Landing, is there no one to take my side?
No, because you're a
The
cunt.
kid that jacks off into the street does.
Oh. That's not really saying much, though.
No.
Push! You must push!
We're going 2 for tonight.
No more squish.
You must push now, my lady!
She gonna die?
I've reached the limit of my art. The child will not come.
Yeah, my brave girl.
I'm very sorry, my prince. We could lay open the womb, try to remove the infant by way of the blade, but I cannot say for a surety whether it lives.
Would the mother survive it?
No.
Dracarys! Dracarys!
That is the most badass thing I have ever seen a woman do. Period. Did she have the baby though?
Having the baby was going to kill her.
Okay. And so
she went out exactly like she wanted to.
That was some badassery right there. It's sad. It sucks. Still badass. Props. Good writing though.
I will return. I promise.
Nope. There's a reason why Harrenhal's a ruin in Game of Thrones. You're about to see why.
I will be a stranger when we meet again.
We will exchange letters by Raven. Won't that be fun?
Is Harwin strong, my father?
Kid's not dumb.
Am I a bastard?
Oh.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You are a Targaryen. That's all that matters. A word?
I take it he's gone.
We're finished here. We're leaving.
What of your offer? Jace and Helena?
I have been undermined and made a spectacle. I leave them to it.
To Dragonstone, then?
I should have left years ago.
You always said if you were absent from court, she would pour her honey in your father's ear.
Laenor, bring him. We'll need every sword we can muster.
It's literally the second episode. The king or princess or somebody walks in and catches him sword fighting with a dude.
Awkward.
No, not really.
As if they would keep you from the dust. You may know what is the right thing to be done, but love stays the hand. Love is a downfall. Best to make your way through life unencumbered. If you ask me.
Dude is straight up Littlefinger, but you know, with that little walking issue. Yeah, so pretty much now King's gonna die soon. He's wasting away, like literally wasting every episode.
He's kissing his fingers, telling them, please don't leave me.
And Queen's gonna run the kingdom. There's no more hand. She's gonna put her son up as king, and then there's gonna be a war. All right, next episode.
You've heard the stories of Harrenhal, Your Grace. It is said to be a cursed place, that it passes judgment on all who pass beneath its gates.
You pass judgment.
The Queen makes a wish. What servant of the realm would not strive to fulfill it?
Oh, don't shake your head.
I did not wish for this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. Looks like someone needs to rewatch the episode.
When the time is right.
All right. So honestly,
she definitely asked for that.
She 100% asked for that to happen. That was a weird way for them to die. I wasn't expecting fire, but it makes sense.
I was expecting stabby.
I thought so too, but then I realized if they assassinate, then it's going to point fingers back towards, you know?
What fingers?
Damn. But, okay, let's not talk about fingers. A lot of cruel deaths in this one. Deaths I wasn't expecting. Lena went out like a boss. Sad, but needed. It's going to put Damon at a, you know, instead of him trying to find the relaxing way, it's going to put him back on that path towards, I don't know, who knows what his path leads.
I wonder if little girl's going to inherit her dragon.
I thought it would have happened by now, but it didn't. So there's no telling.
That would be cool.
Now it's really open-ended because the king's gonna die, like really soon.
I thought that 10 years ago.
But even if her dad comes back as the Hand, he's gonna do anything for her. And the king dies. There's nothing for the queen to. There's no one there to say, did the king die? Nope. He's playing with his dollhouse.
But with his Legos. But Homeboy is there doing her bidding.
Oh yeah.
So does she really even need her dad at this point?
No. Yeah, but you have to have someone to speak. And the thing about it is her dad will keep up any lie or plot to make sure that his daughter doesn't die. Like he said, you have to be willing to do anything to make sure that Aegon ascends the throne. Or you and him will live by the mercy of the princess's knife or whatever. Anyway, so not a lot of climactic things. I mean,
lots of squishes though.
A lot of squishiness, a lot of childbirth. I mean, the most oh crap moment was the fight in the courtyard where he almost flat out said, "Yays, my son, go to hell, bastard." I mean, he almost did, but just weird. It was weird. It was different. All right. So
that was a lot.
It was a lot.
You know how I know it was a lot? Because there's a lot of that episode where it's just us staring at the screen like.
It's funny. We try to do these episodes where we try to find the fun in these. This one didn't have a lot of fun in it because a lot of hard, dark turns have occurred, and not in like hilariously over the top ways.
No, not in fun ways. No.
Not like, not in a good Peter Dinklage way. Like when in the original Game of Thrones, stuff would go down rather rapidly or even in a boring way, but you'd always have Peter Dinklage to be like, well, this kind of went off. And he'd say something funny and you'd be like, oh, it's hilarious. Nobody's here to do that.
I'd give Sir Kristen for a good Peter Dinklage moment.
Honestly, though, Sir Christian's
He's good to look at, but that's like it.
To who? It's not enough. All right, so this was the closest the House of Dragon came to being Rings of Power. We'll see you guys next week. My name is Old School Nerd. This is Chelsea Maybe, and we're going to leave here. Hey, feel free to leave comments in below, and if you liked it, great. If you didn't, it's okay.
We won't read them anyway.
That's not true. I read all the positive ones.